Now, social distancing that they're really pushing here at Pearson International Airport is not hard to do because there's really very few people here. Normally it's a hustle bustle kind of place, not now. But there are still flights on the board, and you can see here that flights coming in from Denver and from Frankfurt, and over in Terminal 3 where we are also working from, there's flights coming in from places like Pakistan. The big question is who's on these flights and how many people. And what we found out was there are very few people on these flights, and they're Canadians that are finally making their way home. And what is really a good news story? You hear a lot of stories about how people are not doing the right thing. These people are following the rules, they're coming home, they're getting their quarantine card and heading straight for their homes for 14 days. So you sound like we're going straight home?
Yeah, no, I don't think they said go straight home, no. No.
So what are you going to do? Are you going to go straight home or are you going to go to
We have someone dropping the car off for us. And the house is supplied. The kids have filled up the house already.
Because that's the big
How many people were on your...
Four people, ourselves and another couple on this flight.
Really? And your husband was saying that you had another choice to go through New York City, but it was like no go for that, right?
No, actually, if we took any other flights, we would have had two stops, and that wasn't happening.
Sure. And what was the information they showed you? You had some paperwork there that they were just showing you? So that's what they sort of gave you. They gave you this information about COVID-19 and what you should do, right?
Exactly.
No, actually, my flight, I rebooked my ticket twice, and then flights got cancelled, and this was done by the Canadian High Commission, Government of Canada, and the Government of Pakistan. It's a special chartered flight, and we came in. But you know what? We got it, but it's pretty high fares that we paid, like almost for two people, one child, and me. It's almost $7,600.
What did you get, Ken? What did you get? What has he got? He's got some crazy drink.
Just green tea, man.
Green tea. So that's something that's good for you. And what did you end up getting, Ibrahim? What the heck is that concoction? What did you get there?
A creamy chill and a maple pecan.
Is this the first time you've had something like this in a month? And how was the Tim Hortons taste? Is it pretty delicious or what?
I haven't tried yet, so I'm going to sit down and try.
So just because a flight is on the board doesn't mean that it's actually going to come in. In the case of 3 flights from China, they never did land, even though people were ready for them to come. So that means that people didn't transfer from Vancouver for whatever reason and land in Toronto. There's a lot of good news, as I mentioned off the top, and one of them is a young 10-year-old boy named Ibrahim, who for the very first time, although he was born in Pakistan, he had never met his family there. And he went back with his dad on a planned trip. And when he landed here in Toronto, waiting about 10 hours for his next flight to Edmonton, the first place they went was Tim Hortons. And he got one of those cold macchiato kind of drinks. And he managed to lower the mask to enjoy a drink. And I thought it was a great Canadian moment. With Jack Boland at the airport at a very difficult time covering the pandemic, as we do every day, Joe Warmington reporting.